Maintenant, c'est le prix de reconnaissance des infrastructures civiles. The CCA Civil Infrastructure Award of Recognition recognizes a CCA member for their commitment and dedication to the Canadian construction industry and the road building and heavy construction sector. CCA is pleased to recognize On-Site Magazine as the sponsor of this award. Can I please ask Corinne Linz from On-Site Magazine and Gilles Brulotte, Chair of the Civil Infrastructure Council, to join me on stage while we hear more about the recipient.
Having graduated from the University of Saskatchewan with a Bachelor of Engineering in 1957, this gentleman began working for Saskatchewan Highways as both a bridge engineer and highways engineer until 1964, when he decided it was time to try working as a contractor. He worked for Pool Construction, now PCL, building highways for 10 years, when in 1974 he, along with 3 partners, started CarMax Enterprises Limited. This individual has remained very involved in associations throughout the industry, including the Alberta Road Builders and Heavy Construction Association, where he was chairman in 1976. He also served as chair of the Western Canada Heavy Road Builders and as the chair of the Canadian Construction Association in 1986. He can be considered a real pioneer in the road building industry for his work with other collaborative associations and his work in helping create the Road and Infrastructure Program, or TRIP. Even in retirement, he could not leave the industry and was one of the founders of the Road Builders and Heavy Construction Heritage Society of Canada, a society designed to protect and institutionalize the road building industry.
More recently, he has dedicated his time to promoting the industry's contribution to the development of provincial infrastructure in Alberta. He's a founding member of the Road Builders and Heavy Construction Heritage Society of Canada. His goal is to build a world-class facility that improves perceptions, appreciations, and recognition of road building and heavy construction industry. Thanks for your contribution over the years.
For his tireless efforts within his business and the heavy civil industry, CCA is proud to announce that Al Reid is this year's recipient of the CCA Civil Infrastructure Award of Recognition. Al, could you come join us, please?
Got a couple of folks I'd like to thank. First of all, I got to mention that our featured speaker used several words in his presentation to us. And certainly, something really stuck with me when he said he didn't really know where he was in the race until the race was over. And of course, it seems to me most of my life that's where I've been. Not sure where I was and what I'm doing here, actually, for that matter. But I really have 2 special folks. Some of you know, and maybe a lot of you don't know, CCA has a tremendous staff. And one in particular, Robin, who put these presentations together, I got to give her full marks, full credit for taking something that was born and raised in Saskatchewan and trying to make something decent out of it. So I appreciate that. And secondly, I want to acknowledge, recognize, say thank you, and show my appreciation to another gentleman that was born and raised in Saskatchewan, graduated from our technical school in Edmonton way back in the 70s, joined the CarMax group, wasn't smart enough to go anywhere else, still there. He runs the show, whatever his title is, chairman of the board, president. But Keith James and his wife Sue that made this trek out to Quebec from Edmonton yesterday to be here for this presentation. Thank you very much, Keith and Sue, and thank you all.